Hi everyone, I'm Tony Jackson. Welcome to your weekly reading for the week of 30th of January through to the 5th of February 2017. Done and dusted with January. Here we are in February, well, in a day or two's time. How was your January? The year's going to move very quickly, I feel, this year, so we're already into February. And what I like to do with these readings is just ask my guides and angels. I practice my connection with my guides and angels, and I receive intuitive messages and guidance about what I need to do the video on. So when I asked particularly what was this week's going to be about, they said have a look at money and finances, and I thought, well, how interesting. And what they said is we can actually block our money and finances by fears. So sometimes we don't even know we have actually fears of accumulating more money, or fear of making our money balance, or working out our finances, or having it flow in a positive way, like easy to sort out our finances. Sometimes we can make it a little bit complicated, and sometimes it's just as simple as we fear receiving more money. So sometimes it's a little bit hard to pinpoint, because you think, how could I be fearful of money when I'd like to have more? So just make it simple. So what we were going to do is basically just clear fear of receiving money. And of course, if you don't think you've got fear of receiving money, then it's going to help you rebalance and relook at your financial situation. You might need help with money in another way, but I'm particularly going to say fear of money. So what they suggested that we do was actually imagine a column of white light. Now, I have used white light in quite a lot of these videos, the columns of light. But it just depends on your intent. This column of light is going to actually be drawn on from the universal energy. Just imagine this column of white light. It's a universal energy source that you can tap into. And then imagine that you're standing in the middle of this spinning column of white light. So just use your imagination, bringing down the column of the white light over you, and imagine you're standing in the middle and it's spinning around you. Now, as it spins around you, it actually begins to pick up speed, and it gets a little bit quicker. So you might imagine that it's spinning quickly like that. And when you get it spinning in your imagination, just the intent here is to use that spinning white light column to clear any fears of money. So again, just imagine you're drawing on this column of light energy, white light energy, bringing it down all over you, all over your whole body, and it's spinning around you. And while you're standing in that spinning column, it's going pretty quickly, it's going to help you clear fear of money. You might want to say, it's my free will and choice to use the momentum of that column of white light to clear any fears I have of money, and to restructure my thoughts and ideas around money. Now, while you're doing that, just imagine that it's going down into the earth. So it's still spinning, but you're bringing the column of white light down into the earth, and it's connecting with you to the earth below. And as you can see, we're outside. So we actually need a little bit of grounding as well to help balance our finances. So we're actually going to use the energy of the earth. So just imagine now that the white light column's going down to the earth, and you're accessing the energy of the earth. So if you can't go outside, just imagine that you're standing outside. Imagine you might be able to visualize you're in a park. If it's too cold to go outside, just visualize that you're standing in a park or a green area like this. And you can come and imagine that you're standing next to me here, if you like, in the video. That's if you can't go outside. But if you can go outside, bring that column of white light down over you into the earth. And when it goes into the earth, I want you to then, as kind of a separate thing, feel the energy of the earth coming up into your body. So you're actually connecting to the earth just by feeling it. You're actually drawing on the energy of the earth up into your physical body. And you'll probably feel it. So part of the reason our finances were becoming a little bit out of balance is that we need to feel that grounding and power of the earth. The earth is sort of like our security blanket in a way. It helps us balance and restructure things. So just feel, we need to be feeling quite connected to the earth. So when you're not feeling as connected to the earth, it can kind of rebalance our energy, and that puts our energy out a little bit, and can, in this instance, can have effect in any area of our lives, but in this instance they're suggesting that it's been affecting our finances. So again, spinning column of white light down over you, and as it spins around you, the fears are being released into the column, or just that white light's helping you to release the fear and restructuring ideas about money and finances down into the earth. Visualize that white light column down into the earth. The intent is releasing fears about money and using the. And then when you visualize it down in the earth, where we're feeling that solidness of the earth, that grounding, that power of the earth, and feeling that connection up to in through our body. Just feel and sense the energy of the earth. It's like even if you put your bare feet on the grass, like I have here, you'll feel that energy of the earth, and that is, we need the grounding aspect this week to help us really tune in and rebalance for our finances. So I'll leave that process with you. Just sort it out with your own intuition, but it's going to help, first of all, release those fears and worries about money with the white light column. And secondly, and I feel that's most important, to be grounded, especially around money and finances. And you can do that just by connecting back to the earth. So this week, what I thought I'd do is choose a card from the Angel Answers by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. It's a lovely card deck. The illustrations are just really nice. And I'm just going to shuffle them. I didn't prepare the deck. I still had it in the box when I came out. I just felt like we needed to be outside, and it was to help us ground with our finances. So I guess if we're not grounded, it can affect any area of our life. It can just make you feel off balance, but in this particular instance for this week, they were suggesting that we ground ourselves in relation to money. So what I like to do with each reading, I like to get the card deck and hold it to my heart, and this is something that you can do as well. And another column of white light, bringing it down out through the card deck, and the column of white light, out through your heart and circling around the card deck can actually help you vibrationally connect to your cards and work and get intuitive guidances and messages, as it helps you to work with the cards as vibrational tools. And I have said that in my other readings, but it's a nice little tip to help you to get messages from your cards. So what I'm going to do, once I've done that, I do like to then just focus and ask for an intuitive message, ask for a message from the guides and angels to share with you all. So if you focus on the deck at the same time I focus on the deck, for a message that is the highest good for you in love and light. And then I just have a shuffle, and I usually just pull the one off the top. Occasionally I might pull one from the middle. You can do it anyway, just what feels right for you. So the message is, be assertive. Isn't that interesting? Be assertive. So I think sometimes with our processes I can be a little bit like, it's like, okay, this is what I want. I do want this column of white light to clear and balance and release my finances. I do want the energy to, the energy of the earth to ground me. So I guess we have to be a little bit more assertive with the processes. I do kind of be a little bit like, I leave it open to what you experience and what you take from it. But then again, sometimes we do have to set a little bit more powerful intent and say, yes, I do want this energy certainly and assertively to clear my fears, and I do want that grounding energy to, it's not demanding, it's being assertive. Assertive is reassured. Demanding is a little bit out of balance in this case. So just be assertive with your processes, and you might really then find that you clear something. Assertive is a good message for this week. I might just read a little bit out of the guidebook and see what they say about assertive, because they do supply a guidebook with all these, and it is very, this situation calls for you to take matters into your own hands. You must get clear on your own personal feelings and then pursue the fulfillment of your desires with courage and self-confidence. Ask for what you need without watering down your requests in order to satisfy others. Remember that seeing to your own needs is nothing to apologize for. Set boundaries with those around you in order to create a safe and fair environment. Tailor your actions so that you earn the respect from others you deserve and then move forward. Nice message for this week. I'm going to leave you here. I hope you've enjoyed that process. Let me just see if there's anything else we need to do before I leave you for this week. I did have a video that I did post, I'm not sure when, probably back earlier in the middle of last year, about setting your boundary light. Kind of links in with being assertive, setting your boundary light. I'll put the link down to that one. It was one of the monthly readings last year, and it was asking your higher self to set a boundary light. That would nicely coincide with this week's message if you wanted to go back and listen to that video that I made. I'll put the link below. I'll leave you here with that. I hope your finances and the structure within your finances improves this week, especially when we did that clearing. Lovely to spend this time with you. It's also interesting that the earth energy, the earth elementals like the gnomes, the pixies, the fairies, especially the gnomes. Now the gnomes are a earth nature spirit, and they can help you with your finances as well. But when you're connecting in with the nature spirits, they can be a little bit cheeky. So it's like you're working with children, but if you ask them nicely, they can help you with your finances. So that might be another time where I did do a video on the fairies, and fairies can actually help you find money, and the gnomes can too. So maybe we'll leave that for another time. But the nature spirits, the gnomes, little gnomes. I actually got a little one there. There's a Buddha there and a little gnome. I'll see if I can get it and show you. I shouldn't be moving it during the video. I mean, it's just a cute little thing that we had. That's a garden gnome. I mean, it's quite funny, isn't it? But in reality, there are little energies, and they can appear to you like that, and they can help you with money. So try asking the gnomes or the fairies to find money for you, and just wait and see what happens. Remember though, they can be a little bit cheeky, so you need to be childlike when you're asking for them, and just be open to see what happens. I'm going to leave you here now. Lovely to spend this time with you. I'm Tony Jackson. Please give me a thumbs up for the reading, because I like to see who's watching, and feel free to comment if you feel like you need a more in-depth healing or just want a private session with me. You can book that by sending me an email or book through my webpage. I'd love to hear your comments, and we'll look forward to next week's reading. So lots of love. Bye for now. Namaste.